Good evening. Would have helped if I added myself into the stream, wouldn't it? So I'm in now. We've got a guest on tonight. He's not in just yet, but he'll be along shortly. Logo's in the top corner of the screen. So it's Dave from Eden Coy. Honestly, I think today is it's just said 2 secs. So yeah, I think this is the best bowl of fish that I've had up so far. I've had a lot of comments on it, a lot of messages about them. So yeah, just dead quickly, I'll give a quick flick through the 8 fish that are up tonight, and just let you have a look. So 18 cm Issa Showa, 25 cm Shiro Tsori from Omasako, 23 centimeter Issa Showa. Honestly, like this one's special. 20 centimeter, it's Goshki Showa Goshki, whatever way around people want to say it, which I was not convinced that this was an actual variety, but it turns out it is. These have been bred by purpose. Unbelievable Ginrin Tancho. Well, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. The spot's perfect. The Ginrin's pearlescent. 20 centimeters Maraju Koi Farm. Absolute stunner. Another pearlescent is the Peritina, 27 centimeters. Sakasumi Koi Farm. Again, the pearlescentness of the white is unreal. I have said in the video, these little nicks to the fins. Them fins were split after transport, but they're pretty much healed now. That last little bit to go, but it's unbelievable fish. Amazing. Another Issa Showa, 18 cm. For anyone who doesn't know, Issa is probably the best Showa breeder in the world. Arguably against Dainichi. Dainichi and Issa are probably the two best koi farms for breeding Showa in the whole world, and we've got 3 of them here tonight. And last but definitely not least, another Shiro Tsori from Omasako at 24 cm. Less zoomy on this one. The pattern across the head, I really like that sort of yin and yang sort of feel to it. Very, very nice. So yeah, they're the 8 lots that are going up tonight. I'm just going to have a little look through the comments. Let's see who we got in tonight. Ollie Log. I know we've got a lot more comments than that. Scrag, Michael Kirby. And we've got Gary Webb with a boom, and I'm in the room. I'm sure someone else says that. Seska's Reef and Pond. Kevin Wakefield, Yorkies Koi. Phil Telford Koi, Ollie Log, Phil Walker. I met Phil Walker at the Koi Collection open day. Great fella. Simon Shears, thanks for coming, mate. Chris Taylor, Andrew Jones, Budget Pond Keeper, Simon S. Caesar Shears, Scott Henson's Coin Hawks, Peter Martin. Don't know what I'm saying that twice. Becky Cook. Joe Tibble, Glenn Brunt, Craig Hill, and yeah, here's Dave in the room. How are we, mate? You okay?
Yeah, not bad yourself.
Yeah, good.
Sorry, I'm home.
Your connection is a bit.
Oh, it'll catch up in a minute.
Okay. Will's Koi as well. Nice to have you in, mate. Thanks for coming. John Simon. Let's see. Every time I start these auctions, my phone just doesn't stop. So, yeah, you've had a look through the fish, Dave. What do you think of them?
Terrible.
Yeah, I thought the same. A load of crap.
No, nice. As we get into it, we'll go through them, can't we? Is my connection all right now?
It's better, yeah, it's better.
Sorry, if I might skip across to the laptop if I have to, but yeah, sorry I'm late. I was having a poo, so.
Nice. Who else we got? We got Peter F, McAcoy, Kyle. Nice to see you, mate. And yeah, well, let's not hang around. We'll get into the first one. I think he's going to come back on the laptop. Right, we're going to start with Anissa Shower. So Dave will be back in us shortly, I'd imagine. But Issa Shower, 18cm, £50 start bid. As I said before, Issa is probably the best, if not on par with Dionici for being the best shower breeder in the world. This shower's got a lot to do. You can see a lot of underlying sumi. There's a nice kahaku pattern running through. So you got the almost like a 4-step going on without that. So what that means, if you took the sumi away, you'd still have a nice pattern on the fish, which some people, not everyone, but some people believe that on a nice shower, you should have a nice kahaku pattern underneath. And this has got that big head, a lot of underlying sumi, a lot more to come, which I'm assuming it will come. Well, it will definitely come in places, and more will definitely come towards the back end of the fish, towards the tail. There's a bit of sumi there, so that's going to fill up that white, the soji, which you mean the white patch at the bottom. That'll start to fill a bit more black, and you're going to get that nice free colour pattern all throughout the fish. I've got a £50 off Glen. So we go up in £2.50 bid increments. I can ship anywhere UK mainland. It costs £30, no matter whether you buy one fish or every fish on the auction. It's £30 shipping. So don't worry about shipping it out. I can get them shipped to you. You can collect if you're anywhere near where I am in North Wales. If you're on Merseyside, I can also figure out to either drop it off or meet you to get it picked up. So yeah, £50 we're off, £2.50 bid increments. Let me know if anyone's interested. £2.50. Take this off, Glenn. So honestly, I think this week the fish I've put up is it's definitely the best week. Every week there's nice fish. I'm going to see if I can scooch so you can get me on the camera. Yeah, I guess I'm going that way. Right, he's back in the room. Let's see if we can get him on. Right, that's better. You're back.
Is that better? Is that a better connection?
Yeah, better, a lot better.
Cool beans. That's better. It's because my phone wants to switch between Wi-Fi calling and 5G. It's a pain, really. It's quite good because it means I can use my phone to keep up the comments now.
That sounds good.
Always good.
Yeah, so we started with this little Issa Shower, 18cm.
Yeah, what are we price-wise?
£50 start bid, and we've got the £50 start bid. We're going up in £2.50 increments. I was explaining that I can ship anywhere UK mainland, or you can collect if you fancy coming here.
Nice. And what size is that? 18cm?
18cm.
Yeah, nice. So nice for the winter for growing on.
Definitely. I was saying, like, some people, not everyone, but some people believe that a nice shower should have a kahaku pattern.
I think the shower, so Sai, I think, is in the comments now. So Sai is very good from up North Koi, is very good at picking a shower. But I think it's a very personal thing with a shower. Funny enough, I bought a shower yesterday morning to go in my grow on over winter. Probably what I would pick is not what someone else would pick.
Definitely.
I think it's just what stands out. For me, it's just having. I mean, on this, you've got the sumi to come through. It looks like there's quite a bit on it. So for me, it's just an even without losing the white. I think you see some that are quite heavy on the red and the black, Benny and the sumi, and it just doesn't stand out as much.
No, I've got one or two the way around. I've got a Shinoda and there's very little sumi on it. and I've been willing it to come for a year now, and it's still just not coming enough, and it lets the fish down, to be honest.
I think the other thing with Tozai, you're buying developing fish, aren't you? That's the thing.
Of course.
I mean, I bought fish that I thought looked fantastic at sort of 6-7 months old, and then as they've got older, some have got better, some have got worse. It's quite a gamble with the koi. I think at this age, you're looking for more structure, shape, and some of the signs of growth rather than the colour.
Yeah. You can see with this, it's got a big head. It's got a decent size coming down the body, decent shape to it. It's I'm not going to make wild claims that it's going to be absolutely enormous, but you should get this to a decent size. Anyone with a decent pond should get this to a decent size.
Yeah, I think it's not got horrible pointed snout like some have, or some koi have, not particularly shower. It's good shoulder breadth to it. Just looking at it, fin wise, it looks good, nice and symmetrical. Yeah. No, again, the thing is, you could buy it now and it could change massively, but that's the gamble with growing on, and that's why you buy the koi at that slightly cheaper price. But for that, you get the enjoyment. But the good thing with buying Tozai is whatever you buy it for, you know it's going to be worth more when you come to sell it. So it's not a bad gamble, to be honest.
You can't lose on buying an issue show. Like, realistically, this fish is not going to fall apart. If bits of sumi drop back or more sumi comes, it's not going to absolutely just fall to bits. I wouldn't imagine. There's plenty of white, the Sroji, plenty of Benny, the red, and some of the sumi on the head is quite deep. Some of it's really underlined, but there's deep bits as well.
But again, it's a developing fish, isn't it? It's
of course, yeah.
It's nicely between the eyes. Can I just say the scrag? Yes, it is. I've had my ears lowered, and just thank you for noticing. Really, I think you're a real gentleman.
Anyone else interested for another £2.50?
Yeah, it seems a bit light, doesn't it? Who have we got in the room that's bidding? It's 50 quid with Glenn Brunt. At the moment, Glenn's going to get himself a bargain. So
yeah, he is. And no offense, Glenn, but I hope you don't.
Yes, I think probably to the audience, isn't it? So I have a good idea of what you would have got these for. So I can cringe when I see some of these prices now that people are bidding, and I'll feel your pain with you tonight.
I feel like people don't realise that when I start the bids on these, I start them at rock bottom. So these are just not true values of what the fish are worth at all. This is it's literally all up to you guys what I make tonight, and if these fish sell for a profit or they don't. The other thing what I do is when I buy a big batch, so I'll buy a bowl, and there could be 20, 30, 50, 100 fish in the bowl. I'll offset the cost, so I'll spread the cost across them. So there might be a fish listed tonight, which is a lot cheaper than actually what I've paid for that individual fish. But if I bought 100 fish, I'll spread the cost across the lot. And there has been fish that I've sold in this auction that I've if you worked out per fish, that was cheaper than what I've paid for it. It's only that I've spread it across the bowl price to start the auction really low.
To get the chat going, so we've had one bid at the starting price. So what is putting people off with this? You know, what are people seeing that they're not overly impressed with, or that worries them, or is not helpful? I'd be intrigued to see.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I think that's a good point. Yeah, it'd be nice to get some feedback on it. Give some positives and negatives if you've got them in the comments, and let us know what your thoughts are on the fish.
I see you got Jack the Balding Reefer, and he might need a few koi.
AP, sir.
Dino Skint. So yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, that doesn't help, does it? So
yeah, you do payment options.
What's say, mate?
Do you do monthly payments?
Depends how much a fish is worth, I suppose. But at this place, I'm not taking £1 a week.
So Koi Dream says no room at the inn, but I would argue that you build another pond.
Yeah, that doesn't wash. There's always room for another one. So we've only got 8 fish, so I'm not going to absolutely smash through them. It can hang on for another few minutes.
Yeah, let it linger. Okay, yeah, so that's fair enough. So it's difficult, isn't it? With, like Mark says there, if you're not in that sort of catchment, or if you're not quite close to 50, I've had this problem. So I used to, I can't remember the guy that did it, but he used to have it wasn't a WhatsApp site, it was some other group. I can't remember what it's called now. But he used to do auction fish, and actually, like this is going now, this shower is going quite cheap, but there was then 30 quid on top of it for postage. So yeah. I can see that's why. What would
I feel off. So someone asked me to do the cheaper fish, to be putting fish off for 20 quid and stuff like that. Now I can do that, but the reason I didn't, I had to sort of pull back from doing that, because I had comments very similar saying it's well worth 20, 30 pounds, but by the time you put the shipping on top, it's not. Now this particular fish, if you got it for 50 quid and you pay 30 pounds shipping, you're still getting it for a fraction of its retail price.
Yeah, it was someone just messaged me. It was a band group, not WhatsApp. It was a thing called Band. But again, I mean, if you're traveling to shows, are you traveling to any more shows, Danny?
Yeah, I am, and I will do the odd delivery, but at the same time, I don't want to end up with ponds full of fish that are sold. Do you know what I mean? And then I've got to somehow meet up with a dozen people and figure that out.
There you go. I'm in my little bloody greenhouse.
Just why not offer a monthly delivery where you can post out all the auction fish. Yeah, no, definitely I would do that, and I'd do that for a couple of weeks. But I think probably a month would be my limit, realistically, because one thing that I've had to start trying to figure out is when I'm buying batches of fish and then I'm auctioning them off, I'm ending up with the odd few. So what's happening right now is my grow-on pond has become bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm growing on quite a lot of fish now, because when I'm whittling the pond down to the last few, I'm just end up putting them with my grow-ons.
Yeah.
But right, I'm not going to drag this out for more. It looks like you are going to get an absolute steal, Glenn. So is anyone else interested for another £2.50 before I go to wrap this one up and move on to the next one? Let me know. I'm going to give it another minute and then we're going to move on.
Is similar to the question earlier, is there anybody looking at a particular koi tonight? Because obviously, if every koi comes out like this and it makes the starting bid, but it's the same situation, you're going to have a real tough night, aren't you? And that's not ideal.
No, it's not. I know that I've had messages about 2 of the koi, and I think people are waiting for certain ones, but at that price, even if I was waiting for a certain fish, I'd probably throw a small bid in, because I'd just add it to the box. I think that's the thing when you're buying the fish. You see Gimlin Tancho. Yeah, I've had a couple of messages about the Gimlin Tancho. That Tancho is perfect. Yeah, I think everyone's after the Tancho.
Yep, but that's a very good Tancho, and it's a Ginrin Tancho. It's an extremely white Tancho. It's got a beautiful central spot. But at the same time is when that comes up on the video, everybody's saying, "Oh, it's pucker, it's brilliant. I want a Tancho." Don't go shy when it comes to bidding.
No, I haven't actually ran the video on this again, which is really bad for business. So let me run the video on this one. So there was sedating them bowls, just so everyone's aware. The fish isn't drunk, it's sedated. bidding for a similar area, they could have them all shipped. Yeah, so I can put as many fish in a box as you buy, and if it comes to a point where you bought stupid amounts of fish, then I could obviously, I'll add the extra box on, I'll pay for that as well, so it only ever costs you £30 no matter how many fish you bought. If it was a case that you wanted to buy other fish outside the auction, I can send you what I've got over. If you want to hold them back because you want to buy next week, I can hold them for another week or so. That's not a problem either. So you can, as Dave is saying, if you can add up your shipping to offset the shipping if the shipping's a problem.
Do you want to show that video again? Because you look at the photo and then look at the video next to it. The photo. But let's see if that's reflected in the bids.
Should have run the video more, does more justice. It definitely does more justice. So we're going to give that a little bit longer, see if anyone's interested, and then we'll move on. I can do a certificate with them, but that'd be a certificate from myself. So if that was something someone wanted, I could do something. But
the whole that's become a big debate, the whole certificate thing. Because certificates nowadays, I mean, a lot of the breeders now will send out a box of blank certificates to go with their koi.
So I've got blank Dainichi certificates from some of the Dainichis that I've got.
So just Glenn Brunt is sitting there now biting his nails, thinking, "I got a bargain. No one else bid."
I can take them to Newark. Newark's only a couple of weeks away, isn't it?
Yeah.
When's Newark, Dave? The 26th.
Can't remember now. I can't do Newark, which is annoying.
Oh,
when's Newark show? Someone in the comments. Let's see how awake you are.
Yeah, Yorkie, if you want me to take it to Newark for you, I'll take it to Newark for you, mate. Not a problem.
But it'd be 70 quid.
Yeah. But it'll still be 30 quid because I'm not doing free. No, I'm only messing.
20 Will's Koi's, but 26th, 27th. There you go.
Yeah,
and then shortly after that, you've got the All England Koi show down in the south.
Yeah, when's that one? When's the All England?
That's September, so I'm definitely going to that one. See, I really like the All England Koi show. I think it was a bit crap, granted, last year. So what they normally do is they normally have the what do they call it, the junior, and then later on in the year they have the All England, the adult show. But last year, having both, the later show wasn't as good. But so this year they're just investing in the later show because it's a really funny show because it's in September time. It's quite late really for purchasing koi, but you do tend to get
I see everyone was going mad at the end of the season last year buying up fish. It was like they were all trying to get it in the last couple of weeks because they knew they couldn't buy them for months.
If only there was a nice auction site that would run good value koi all year round, eh?
52 weeks of the year. Mark just said you should have started at £85 with free delivery. Now, the only reason I wouldn't do that is because if you bought multiple koi, you'd end up paying more shipping, and then I'd have to deduct the money, so it'd get a bit confusing for people. But yeah, I get your points, but no, I don't think it'd work, to be honest. Right, okay, Glenn, I'm going to give it one more run of the video, mate. One more.
Yeah, we got Barry Hill has just joined the room. He said, "Sorry, I'm late, Danny, but I reckon he's got a wallet full of them. 50s definitely. Coming out of nowhere."
Definitely. Let's do this video one more time, and then we'll wrap it up.
So the All England is the 23rd and 24th of September. So it's late, isn't it?
It is late because we were going to do the growing show that weekend, and then we have to put it off for the following weekend because of that. Because when we were looking at the growing show dates, it was pretty much back to back. There was a lot of shows right up towards the end, even some of the smaller garden centre ones.
There's been a load of growing shows this year, isn't there?
Yeah, there are. Yeah. I feel like the problem is with a lot of them, they don't finish, and
No,
people are
do you know what?
losing
Yeah,
faith in them for that reason.
yeah, I quite agree. So what I've done with mine, so Cashy's in mine actually. There's probably a few people in here who are in.
I was at Cashy's this morning. I was looking at the Crashy.
Yeah, we have a WhatsApp group that I set up. So we're constantly posting updates. And what's awful is some of the fish make mine look really crap. I mean, I can't win anything in my own grow and show, obviously, but some of the koi in there, I mean, some of the growth that people have got is crazy. It makes mine look rubbish.
Yeah, Cashy's had a good size. I didn't realise that they were quite small when you started.
Yeah. So they were the first lot of Momentaro into Koi Water Barn. So when they arrived, I think they were about 10, or was the camera? They were about 10, 12 centimetres.
Yeah.
I've seen some photos. I mean, up again, I've mentioned him earlier, up north Koi Pond side. He's got a Ginrin Momentaro, and it is massive.
Is it?
Huge.
Yeah. Ginrin allegedly not meant to grow as fast. Right, I'm going to wrap this up then. So it's going once. If anyone's interested, £2.50 to take this from Glenn.
It's got to be worth $2.50, isn't it?
Gotta be.
Mind you, that's not very fair to Glenn, is it? I shouldn't be saying that though. Good luck, Glenn. You got this.
It's not how this works, Dave.
Nobody else bid. Come on.
Yeah, Bruce is out to stream. Yeah, and I'm going to wrap this up. So, congratulations, Glenn. I know that was a long old wait for that, mate, but you got it in the end. Congratulations, Glenn. You got that.
He's running off with his Mexican hat on.
That's an absolute bargain, mate. You really have got a nice fish there, but he's a great fella, so he deserves it. Right.
Yeah, Glenn's put in the comments, cheers. You know it, Glenn. You know it.
Don't know what else to put. I don't know what to put up next.
What do people ask the people? What do they want to see next? And then we'll leave that till the end.
So for anyone who knows what we've got up tonight, I did run them at the beginning. So we've got 2 more issue showers. We've got the Piratina 27 cm. We've got 2 Omasako Shiro Tsori. We've got a Goshki shower or shower Goshki, whatever way around you want to say that, which I think is very, very nice. What else have we got? No, there's something else. And we've got, obviously the Ginrin Tancho that absolutely everyone is going mad for. So, but you're just going to wait now for the Ginrin Tancho because I know you're going to just try and get that and then get off. So, let me know what you want to see. Should we do one of the Shiros that people think?
Yeah, Shiros are exciting.
Yeah, they're very nice.
I don't know whether everyone else would agree, but the Shiros to me are exciting.
At the Coventry show, every single dealer, I think, had Shiros. Must show that they are very, very popular.
Which one you putting up first? Because they're 2 very, very different Shiros.
They are. So I'm going to go with the slightly smaller one first, I think. Which is not that one. Which is no, it's not that one. It is this one. So it's this one, 24 cm. Very, very nice.
And anyone that follows my channel will know I have 2 of these, and they are, well, they'll be siblings to one of that. Well, both of them on the screen now. So I purchased 2 of these, and I've got a bit of a thing going with the guy that I got them off. So two very different ones. So Osako, they breed, their lineage, their breed is for a koi that develops not until year 3. So again, if you're looking at the pattern now and aren't overly happy, that is nothing. That is not reflective of what the koi will look like in 3 years. So right behind me, I don't know if I can show you this, guys. Let me unplug all this junk. So behind me is my Omasako calendar. And on there, you will see the number of show winners they've had with their Shiro at Suri. Says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's at least 25 show winners within their Shiro.
Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know, the reason why I asked Dave to come on to the auctions is because he's a coin nerd, and he knows this type of stuff. And also, yeah, Omasako is like the main koi farm for Shiro. The big other koi farms there, this is where they get their parent stock from to breed into their own lines.
Koi nerd. I wish I was a fucking IT whiz though.
Yeah, I'm not either. Awful.
There we go. Right, I'm back. Yes,
right, I'm gonna run the bid. Sorry, go on, Dave. Go on.
We got a bid, haven't we? We must have a bid.
We got a £100 start bid. I'm gonna run the video. So with the VT. Yeah, so for anyone who wonders why the kois are sedated, they've all been in a bowl of sedate, and that's why they just sort of stay a bit still. When you're trying to photograph them, it's really difficult, so the sedate does massively help. But it also means when you're trying to video them, they don't move a lot.
When that's a good point. Actually, a lot of the dealers use a small amount of sedate when they're photographing koi. Hence, you go on their websites and likes of Queenie Koi and that their photos are outstanding.
Yeah.
Anyone that's shown, I don't know if Cash is in. Anyone else that's shown when you're benching, I don't know whether they use sedate when they're benching or not, or whether they're just they're just shown live in the bowl. I'd be interested to know.
Sure, but video before the picture. I'm not sure. Would the BKKS risk it? Would they? They're so, I don't know what the word is, but they're so like precise, aren't they, about like the koi being in?
It's quite anal, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, that was the word I wasn't going to use, but yeah.
Yeah, it's quite. I would love to show. I've not got anything good enough to show at the moment. I hope that I will have one day.
I wish I would have done a show before I got my license.
Yeah. But that's something to aim towards, isn't it?
I'm showing as a dealer next year. Like that, no matter what I am showing. Not necessarily going to win because I've seen some of what people brought. Koi Water Barn, they put theirs up for sale after the show, and I think there was not under £3,000 in their VAT. Serious money on them fish. They must have had 20 grand's worth of fish in that boat in that VAT. So. Not necessarily going to try to win something, but I definitely want to compete next year as a dealer. Anyone else interested? £2.50 on the Omasako Shiro. Anyone else? £2.50 to take this from Brian.
Yes, that's crazy. £100 is crazy.
Yeah, it's yeah. I like the bidding wars, not necessarily because they go for loads of money, but even if they go up in £2.50 increments, it's just exciting.
Scrag's put that's a seal. No, it's actually a koi, Scrag. Okay.
That's a seal.
£102.50 from Michael the Wolf. He's the Wolf.
Michael the Wolf. So we had a fish off me last week.
Good man. Have another one.
So he was obviously happy with it because he's back again, which I love. Repeat custom. It just shows that.
We got
I'll
Chris
play
Taylor.
The video more, mate, yeah. The only problem is when I play the video, me and Dave can't talk, so but I will play it again.
And we're back.
Back in the room. So £2.50 increments. You can go up as high as you want, really, but it's minimum £2.50 increments.
You got a bit more sumi on this one to come, haven't you?
Yeah, there's definitely more to come.
it's a long time before it develops. It'd be interesting to see if you end up, if once the head stretches, it's the sumi's going down towards that left eye. But I think as that pattern stretches, you might actually do on where it's on the nose and where it's on the forehead, if you like. If that connects, and you'll get that typical sort of lightning strike pattern. But the sumi on these is inky black. I've seen these. Well, I say I've seen them in person because I bought 2 of them, but it is inky black. They are cracking koi, and for £102.50, is it at? That's just
paid 102.50. Yeah, that's very, very cheap money for these fish. And I know the idea of these auctions is for fish to go cheaper than retail. That's the idea, but I just hope people understand. I'm okay with the fish going cheap as long as people understand what the retail value is of these type of fish.
But from a dealer that's importing, take that out of the equation. But from someone that's having to buy from dealers in this country, at the moment we're knocking on the door of trade, which isn't the purpose. No. Chris Taylor, is it Doitsu? No, that is just good question though, because they have got such a dark sumi, such an inky sumi. They do look like they're Doits, but they're not. They are scaled.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean though, about the sumi patches, the black patches. They do almost look silky, don't they? Like very, very smooth.
You got a bit of I'm just trying to look at the fins. Is it Menwari? You got a bit of Menwari coming. The joints of the fins, where you get the
very,
nice
very slight.
Yeah, but that's probably. I mean, they're quite clear because of the age, but that's likely to increase as it goes.
It will increase. So in the tail we've got the black, in the fins we've got a little bit, but it will definitely increase as it gets older. I think, as Dave said before, Shiros, especially Omasako Shiros, change throughout the life. So you're probably talking another 2 years before this is completely stable or thereabouts.
They are purposely bred for 3 years to stabilise. So anybody that buys an Omasako Shiro and expects it to do what it needs to do before 3 years they're only going to get better.
Yeah. No, definitely. Let's run this video again. It's just, when you watch that video, it's so clean. The picture again does not do justice, because you can see on that video how white, so the Saroji being the white and the sumi being the black. The black's amazing, the white's amazing. It's clear, so clear. It's unbelievable. I'm surprised more people aren't interested, if I'm totally honest.
Agreed. A lot of people saying nice things about it, good comments, but
yeah. That's a nice fish, so much potential. It really is. I think I'm going to play the video again, because I think the video does so much more for the fish than the picture does. Scrag, that's a fraction what I paid for mine.
It's less than I paid for mine. Yeah, like Koi Boy says, it's the potential. It's looking at the potential. I wish I could get you closer to my poster. It's really annoying. It's stapled to the wall. I didn't think about it when I put it up. So I've stapled it to the wall. If I move my laptop, everything bloody turns off. But yeah, just Google. You're at home. If you're at home watching this, just quickly Google.
Yeah, but everyone got Scary said in the wrong time for month. Everyone's skins. Everyone got paid last week, so depends what when.
Harry's waiting for the old gyro.
Dave's comment is, "I'm here tonight as impartial. I make nothing on the prices, and he doesn't make no money from it. Don't really interest me, but these are a bit too cheap. Really great for the buyers, but not really helpful for Danny to carry on." As I said, I don't mind the fish going for decent prices, going for cheap, but I want people to understand how much the value of these fish are. I think that's more important going forward. So I'm going to run the video.
We get 102.50.
Yeah, I'm going to run this video again.
$102.50, eh?
Yeah. No, so we're 40 minutes in, we're only 2 fish in, so I'm going to wrap this up. So we're going once. If anyone's interested, it'll cost £105 to take this fish.
That's cheap. I'm going to Google it now. What sort of amasaka are there out there?
What retailers you mean?
No, I was going to look, see what the prices are going for on lights of the bigger dealers and that, but I don't really need to because I know what I paid for mine, so that'd be silly.
Yeah.
And if people go back through some of my videos, they'll see how much I paid for mine, and it was more than this.
Do you know what you paid for it?
I can't remember now. It was more than this. I know that because I remember thinking, "Oh, that's probably one of the most expensive koi I've brought." But to be fair, it was hard because I bought 2 because I got a deal on 2, but I can't remember what I put them at each. But it was I got a cracking deal, an absolute cracking deal, because I'd helped out with the Grow and Show, so that's the reason why I got a good deal. But it still wasn't as cheap as this.
No, this is like stupidly cheap. I'll be honest. I would be in on this bid if it wasn't me selling it. Right, going twice. I'm going to wrap this up because we do need to move on. So if anyone's interested, you've got another 30 seconds, £105 to take this fish, and then we're going to move on.
That's it, £102.50.
Yeah, looks like it is. Right, congratulations, Michael. You got an absolute steal, mate.
Oh, it's Kashi. Evening, Kashi.
On the aisle last night, so he's probably done in.
Oh, we got Tony, T&M Koi. There's a few people still joining, actually.
Yeah, still there.
These are all the buyers.
Tony's had a few fish off me as well, and he keeps coming back for more, which is...
Who's that, Tony? Or
Tony, yeah.
See, this is the thing. Tony, if he sells koi himself, you could buy these and you could genuinely sell them on. That's what doesn't make sense.
Well, on someone else's auction, there's a koi manager of a shop who buys a lot of the koi and sells them on. Yeah, on a weekly basis.
Funny enough, actually, for the first time ever, I actually saw that happen. Was it this week or last week? So it's funny you say that.
It's every week, mate.
That's a bargain.
That, sorry.
But I tell you what,
well, congratulations, Michael. Send me an email, mate, myboyskoi@gmail.com, please. And
yeah, so Michael DeWolf, you got to keep Danny up to date with that, with pictures. Get that home, feed it through the summer, and yeah. What I'll do is if you follow my channel, I'll get a video of mine now, and mine are probably, I'm a typical male, so I will exaggerate, but yeah, they're not. They
I've moved from about 25 to about 50 cm, not Dave. Somewhere between that size it is. So someone asked for the the Goshki Showa, so I'm going to bring that one up next.
See, this is pretty, isn't it?
Very, very nice.
I have to confess, I had to Google these because I thought, oh, that's a Ginrin Showa.
Yeah.
But no, there is, it's a Goshki Showa cross, which I was quite.
So, after me and you had a conversation, didn't we? So these are bred purposely. I originally thought, watching them on someone else's auction, they were a throwback. I just thought that's what it sort of come out and they put a name on it, but apparently they breed them purposely to, for the characteristics.
I'm just Googling it. I think I mentioned it in our chat. So I looked back through the history of it, and it was one particular dealer started throwing them out, and it was a bit, it was similar to, oh, bugger me, what are they called? Not Doitsu koi. What's the koi with the funny linear scales?
Aragoki.
Yeah, Aragoki. There was once upon a time everybody thought Aragoki was a waste koi. People didn't want them. It was a byproduct of breeding. And then all of a sudden, one person done it. People started to buy it, and it became popular. So yeah, very similar to that. If you go back, I forget whether it was the 90s or late 80s, someone bred a couple of these.
Who was it? It might have been Alan Tate about Ginrin Krashigoi, and said they couldn't believe that like 20 years ago no one wanted them. They were like getting a Benny Goy out of a car who's spawning. It was not meant to be. And now they're going for thousands of pounds. Everyone wants one.
Giant goldfish.
Yeah. It's crazy, but I suppose that's just sign of the times, and things change. £70 start bid on this. Very, very clean head, very big head for a small fish. The white on it is like pearlescent, really, really shiny white on it. I'll get the video up and let people have a look at the video.
I'll be intrigued to see the video.
Not the best video in the world, to be honest. But
that's a pretty grow on, though, isn't it? Nice crystal white, especially with the Ginrin. It's not going to grow hugely quick because it is Ginrin.
No. And also Goshki can be a harder one to grow to a decent size, but very, very nice. Danny, just to let you know, the three are doing well, mate. All eating well. Nice one, mate. So he's had a Goshki off me, Benny Goy, and a Kahaku. If I'm right, am I right there, Tony? Yeah, very nice. Dainichi, Benny Goy, Aoki, Goshki, which is this is Aoki as well, and Momotaro Kahaku. Yeah. Very nice. So £70. Is anyone into £70 to start the bid on the Aoki Goshki Showa?
Yeah, there you go. You got a bid. I think with the Aoki stuff, it's worth having a look. I didn't know a lot about the Aoki. Sorry, I'll toast that in. But yeah, have a go. They call it the weird and wonderful because they specialise in a lot of non-go Sankey stuff. Yeah. So it's actually, if you're into looking, I really like looking at the koi farms and reading up about them, and I just find the whole thing quite relaxing, hearing about their daily life and stuff. But it's quite a quirky farm. So if you get 2 minutes, give them a Google and have a read up, and you can watch some of their videos online as well.
I do spend a lot of time looking at different koi farms. It's better when someone's done an English video on it, I'll be honest, because otherwise you end up watching a video while they're talking Japanese. £2.50 to have a go with this. Anyone interested in another £2.50 on Joey? It's going to be a really slow night if people are just going to go for the start bid and then no one else is going to do another bid on top.
Yeah, it's not really. It's lost that auction side of things, hasn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's just sound coy then, isn't it? I was thinking about doing sort of like a bit of a flash sale and then doing like 20 fish, put the price up, people buy it or we don't buy it and we move on. So not bids, just one fish then another fish, really good prices, one-off price, just on screen. They buy it, they don't buy it. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think that's wise. I think it's not. Yeah, I don't know why. Normally auctions is tough, isn't it? It's you need the people.
Some weeks they go absolutely mental, and weeks like today they just don't. But
it is. I know it is.
Every fish is getting bids. It's just not. There's just no oomph.
I think you need to rename the channel Danny's Bargains. Bargain
Really
Basement.
Is, just give away koi. Get a koi for a donation.
So, yeah, it's mad.
But, anyone else, £2.50. If not, we're going to move through these fairly fast, so we just get on with them. £2.50 to take this. Anyone else interested? So I'm going to run a video one more time, and we're going to wrap it up and move on because we've got another 5 more fish.
See, again, for a grow on, that makes not just if you're looking to grow something to show or be successful with, but just for the pure fun of it. And you can't beat something that's skinnering. Look at it. They call it's the pearl of the pond, the jewel of the pond. They are cool. And that white is.
I love really the head. I love how white the head is, how clear.
Yeah. It's got a good bonnet. What is strange is, I don't know if I'm right or not, but possibly, I'm just trying to put it on the other screen. I think that looks like, I don't know if there's any, we must have some nerds or experts in it, but there looks like there's going to be some more sumi. I'm pointing at the screen, but you can't see me, but I think there's sumi there to develop on the head.
Yeah, through the middle of the head.
Yeah, and you'll get that traditional. So Aoki, they also do shiro as well, and then obviously with the showa you can have the very traditional. I think it's called menwari. If honestly, if Amir was here, he'd probably shout at me because I've forgotten all of the things that he tells me about koi. But yeah, you get that typical zigzag or that typical lightning and Y. It could be a V or a Y on the head, and it looks to me like there's something to develop. Think of it as a thong. There you go. It's got a black lady's thong on its head. That's probably easier for everyone. There you go.
Do you want to just do the video just so we can see if we can see it on the video?
Yeah, I think it's clearer in the photo. Yeah, but it is there. There's definitely something to come there.
Right, so we're going to wrap this up. So going once, anyone else, another £2.50, £72.50 to take this. You've got about 30 seconds left. We always have a bit of lag, so I'll give it a good 30 seconds. Going twice, £72.50 to take this, and then we're going to move on. Congratulations, we're done. Joey, £70, mate. So, right. Let's see what... let's do the one that people have been waiting for, Dave? What do you reckon? Do this tan show. Let's see.
They might all bugger off.
They might do, but this is one people have been messaging me about, so let's see.
See, the koi of the night for me is the second Shiro. I like a Tancho, don't get me wrong, but the second Shiro is the koi of the night for me.
Yeah, very, very nice, very nice.
This is cool, though.
I also really like the Isashowa, which has got it's quite white and it's got the patches of Benny and Sumi all through it. I'll show in a minute, but very, very nice.
Oh yeah, young Jamie from Keeping It Koi would probably be interested in that. I don't know if he's on or not.
He commented on the video, said amazing fish, yeah.
Jamie,
I haven't seen him comment, no.
If you're there, Jamie, reveal yourself. Obviously not literally. Just comment will be fine. Who else we got? Is up north? Is Si still here from up north Koi Pond? He's fussy as heck. And I have to confess, I showed him this one earlier because I thought, "Oh, this is quite cool." This
is a stunner.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Let me then do this video unless people
have go for it. We're in there with 105. That's a good bid. Needs to go higher, though.
Lee Hunt, it really does need to go a lot higher, but thank you, Lee. Nice start to it. The amount of messages and comments I've had about this fish, I'm expecting it to go really high. But it's immaculate. I've seriously questioned, thinking, do I give this a few months and then put this back up on a Christmas auction, twice the size?
Yeah, and it's Ginrin again. I think Ginrin's going to be the big thing.
Chris Taylor, 120.
There we go. That's more like it. Keep them going.
Feels like an auction. 122.50 if anyone's interested in this. This is immaculate. This is so nice, this koi. This is definitely a show scene koi as well. Like that Tancho spot, there's not even a speckle of Benny throughout that body.
Well, we got 140. Nice.
140. Be 142.50, or you can go as high as you want, really.
See, when it's crystal like that, that's what I like. It's 150. Well done, Chris. 155. Lee Hunt. They want it.
And we're off.
Yeah, this is more like it, isn't it? Only problem is you're going to spend your pocket money and then fuck off. 160 from Chris Taylor. Lee Hunt, I wouldn't stand for that. That's fighting talk. Knock him out of the park.
Glenn, you're still in it, mate. Got to be in it to win it. But could you imagine how much this would go for a 50 CM, Dave?
Yeah, it's a cracker. It is a cracker. Can you put the photo on full screen for a second? Oh, Cashy's. You got Cashy on the line here. Quick, make that picture bigger. I don't know what you mean by making it bigger.
I don't know how you do that, Cashy. Don't complicate it, mate. I can run the video for you.
I think it is full screen, to be fair.
Yeah, it's just this is the way the pictures are.
It's not, you're sitting here, there's not a lot you can really say about this, is there? Without sounding like a sort of car salesman. We've got 165 in, but it's got good shape, it's got good colour, it's Ginrin, which I know isn't everybody's cup of tea, but as it gets bigger, just
if you were going to have one Ginrin koi in your pond, though, wouldn't you want it to be something like this?
Yeah, you get the pearlescent white. Nice.
Yeah, I love Ginrin. I really do. I think Ginrin koi stand out, especially when you haven't got loads of them and they sort of glisten throughout the rest of the fish. 170, Chris.
What's people's thoughts on Ginrin in general? What's there? 111 people in the room. So what's the general consensus? If you haven't guessed it already, I'm a Ginrin fan, but that's because I just like things that are a bit different. But Be interesting to see what other people's thoughts are on Ginrin stuff. Plus, it's good for you, Danny, because you know whether to buy it again.
Yeah.
It's a nice fish.
It's beautiful, honestly. I really had to question this, thinking every batch you buy, there's always one or two in there, and you think, do I put the time behind that? But at the same time, I want these auctions to be good. I want these auctions to be special. And if I held back everything that was like the top of the bowl, then it wouldn't really be great, would it? So 172.50 if anyone else is interested. This is still very, very cheap for what it is.
We got Phil from Telford Koi Pond, who is the king of class, I think. If we all follow his channel, which I'm sure we do, yeah. Phil is the don of the koi world, and he's a Ginrin fan, so you don't need to say anything else.
Yeah, he's got
Phil says it's good.
Very good choice of fish.
We're still only 170 quid.
You know, like the Ginrin on this is immaculate. It's very, very clean. It's, as I say, there's no benefit about the fish. It's not a scale out of place.
We got a new bidder.
This is also, he's got some ponds, Sean. Sean's got so many fish. It's unreal. But the Tancho spot, I think that's what gets me on this. It's so round. It's when you get Tanchos, people end up with a fish that's got a whole red head, and they sort of say it's a Tancho. This has actually got a perfect Tancho spot.
Yeah. Or it's like a beret in the army. It's falling off to one side, and they go, "It's a Tancho." Yeah, it's a Tancho.
This is what a Tancho is. This is a true example of a Tancho. Uncut as well, for anyone who might be questioning that. This is not a cut fish. This is a naturally bred fish. And yeah, for anyone who doesn't know what cut means, some people in Japan will cut the shape of the spot in, so it's perfectly round for shows and stuff like that. Won last year, didn't it, Dave? Do you remember that?
Yeah, it did. It's you know, I'll be honest. I wasn't. I chat to I chat to him, and I should know his name. I've completely forgotten now. But he deals with Jack, funny enough. And he put a post up about he thought it was disgusting, and I genuinely didn't know what cutting of koi was. I didn't think that something so barbaric could actually happen, where they burn and pull scales off of a fish.
So they literally get a hot knife, like a hot razor blade, and they cut the red, which when it scars white to give that perfect circle look, which is just horrendous, really, because I say you're only doing this to win a trophy. Someone just said, loving the content, Danny, but if don't know if it's my screen, but I think the brighter photos and videos would help too. Honestly, mate, I'm trying to get these pictures nailed down. I've literally spent all week looking at camera equipment and lighting and shading and everything else. But the thing is, I'm not very good at technology, so I've been reading reviews all week and I still don't know what to buy.
Honestly, it's not. You can. It's not the camera. You can get a good picture with a phone. It's just having everything right, and that is what's very difficult. Is having. I ended up
taking these pictures at 7 o'clock in the morning because the light was at a better time. So I tried in the daytime, wasn't very good. Tried in the evening, was horrendous. 7 o'clock in the morning seems to be the time when it just worked better.
Did you
one eye open? Just got out of bed, one eye open, taking pictures of fish.
Did you try my insulation trick?
I did try insulation trick, didn't we? Yeah. It did not work. I was standing over the top of Becky with a piece of Kingspan the size of a mattress. Anyone else interested in this? Taking it for 182.50. It's nowhere near retail at the current price it sits at. It's still got a good way to go before it gets near retail value. 182.50 if anyone else is interested. Otherwise,
do the video again. Do the video.
Answer Chris. Is that Sumi dot on the back or just a bubble? There's no Sumi spot on the back, mate. I don't know where you're looking, but no, there's no Sumi spot on the back.
I was going to say there's a bit of dirt on my laptop, but he wouldn't be able to see that, would he? I'm just trying to scratch it off the screen.
No, he can't see that. I don't even know where you're looking to see a Sumi spot. There definitely isn't one. I've had a good look over this.
Perhaps it's in the.
Oh yeah, what'd you say?
Perhaps it's in the video.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is, though, Gary Webb saying the key to taking pictures and videos is having enough light. But the problem is, if you have too much light and if you have artificial light, it makes the koi look yellow.
Yeah.
So we went through that, didn't we? You shine light at a koi and it looks yellow on the picture. So yeah, it's. I'm getting better. That's all I can say.
I'm not seeing. Just trying to answer Jamie's koi pond question. He's trying to ask, when you zoom in on the picture, bottom right, mid dorsal fin is just something in the water. Mid right, mid dorsal.
Yeah, it's, as I said, I'll play the video again. It's definitely not on the fish. It's just might just be something in the water. No, I think I got very close on the dorsal on that picture, didn't I? Yeah, on that video, and there's nothing there.
It's not.
A stallion fish, you need one of them photographing umbrellas. Now, I was looking at sets on Amazon where you get the lights, you get the umbrellas, you get shading umbrellas and whatever else. I need to speak to someone who's got better photography knowledge than myself and try and work that out. But is everyone else out? And we're going to wrap this up if that's what it's at with Sean Kimber on 180. If not, if anyone else is interested, another £2.50 to take it. Very, very beautiful fish. Yeah, I just don't think much more needs to be said about it. Look at that spot.
Mark Payne says he's not got a semi on the fish, which is a bit weird. Definitely no shimmy or sumi on it. No, I think it is. I think it is just reflection.
Yeah, it is. I don't even know where they're looking, to be honest. I'm trying to see. As I say, I've ran the video a few times. There's definitely no sumi or no semi on the fish. No shimmy or sumi. No, there's definitely no shimmies on it. Yeah, it's just something in the water. The other thing is, when you stay koi, anyone who knows is when you stay koi, the poo in the water essentially. So they release the bowels. So when you end up with a very clean water, after you photograph one or two fish, the water ends up getting full of bits. You know what I mean? Do try and net that out as much as I can, but again, it's just stuff is in the water. Good evening, Jason. Nice to have you in, mate.
There we go. Oh, Jason Woodward, you just in time. You're about to miss out there, Jason. Very quickly, have a look.
Jason makes wooden signs.
One of the things I was told to look for is the distance between dorsal fin and shoulders. Obviously, it's got quite wide shoulders, got decent nose on it, but surprising when you look at different koi. I've got two jumbo tozai karashi at the moment. The distance between the shoulder and the start of the dorsal is very different in both fish. And as they're growing, the one that had the shorter distance is growing to be quite a stumpy fish. Whereas the longer,
I was going to say, you want a nice distance between that, otherwise it just means it's a shorter body, essentially, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. They call it torpedo. I've heard a few people say torpedo.
Right, so we're going to go on once. If anyone else is interested, another £2.50 to take this from Sean Kimber. Going once.
Nice bling. I know Chris was bidding, wasn't he? Chris, where you gone?
Yeah, Chris has obviously dropped out. Yeah. Hasn't got the minerals for this.
No.
Everyone who's won a fish so far, drop me an email to myboyskoi@gmail.com. And for anyone who's just joined us, I can post out fish anywhere UK mainland. You can also collect from where I am is Llangollen, depending on whether you're Welsh or English. North Wales, the Welsh go mad and the English don't understand. It's a nightmare. So yeah, so you can collect from me if you're on Merseyside, Liverpool, the Whittle. I'm near and back quite a lot as well, so don't mind dropping fish off and meeting people. I met someone today and dropped off a fish today. So yeah, going once, going twice. Another 30 seconds if anyone else is interested.
Oh dear. Sorry, Jason, to hear that. That's not good. Hope you got it sorted.
Oh, mate, you have some problems with that pond. His pump's blue, his UV's blue. Now he's had a leak. He literally, he's battling problem after problem. I hope you get it sorted.
Yeah.
15,000 litres of water lost. That's some leak, that, wow.
Horrible, isn't it? And there's nothing you can do.
9,000 litres into the farmer's field, and I was thinking he was going to come and shout at me. And congratulations, Sean. You've got that, mate. That's an absolute steal. Very, very nice fish, though. They look amazing in your pond.
Yeah, Sean, you've got
Sean, unless you've got my number, or do I send me a message? I'm not sure if you've got my number or not, mate.
I'm intrigued. Is Kashi looking for anything tonight?
I think Kashi's got a sore head after last night.
Yeah.
I think I went to his this morning. He would say it was his birthday. He's 50. I think he's 50 next week, so he's having a barbecue in his, and he was stripping down the gazebos and stuff at his house.
Kashi is just a gentleman, and he's just an all-round nice guy.
Yeah, he's good stuff. He's coming with us next week, Dave.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so he'll be there next week.
I've gone off him now. He said he's got too many koi.
Yeah.
Bloke's an arsehole.
Let's take that one off screen and
what's next?
So I'm gonna run this one next because I really like this one. I'd like to see what other people think on it. I think this is unreal, and I think it's going to be an absolute winner in the future. So tell me what you think of it before we get into it. Kashi started with "You're making me blush," and then put a finger on it. What do you think of this, Dave? I think the one you're saying about that V shape in the head on the sumi going to come through on this one.
I think the traditional pattern's going to be there, but I think for me, it's the white. It's nice having the colour on white, so you get that balance. So it's still quite a bright fish. I think some shower tend to be a bit too dark. Again, it's an early fish, so it's only going to stretch. But you'll find that white again. It's a very white, isn't it? It's a nice colour.
Yeah, very nice. But look at the length of the head, and then as you say, you've got a nice gap between the shoulders and the dorsal on this fish as well. So it's got a nice bone structure. You can see that, like the ridge on its back. So it should be a decent sized fish. Should get some good size. But that length of that head, I think that's what got me originally. And that pattern, I don't think I've seen anything like it. You're gonna end up with, well, you should end up with a nice balance of the three, because on the peduncle, which is the very back towards the tail, for anyone who doesn't know, you've got the sumi, the black coming through. You've got a nice patch of white that should stay there because it doesn't look like there'll be any underlying sumi. And then you've got the red, which is the benny, the red, all throughout the fish.
It's a good balanced fish, isn't it? There's plenty of sumi still to come through on there as well. I'll tell you, Scrag keeps putting numbers. I was going to go 135 on this one. It's bloody Scrag.
Yeah, and now he gets me as well. 135 in, not only 119 on my screen.
Yeah, I'm 119 at the minute. But there is a surprising what a delay there is on the on my mobile compared to the laptop.
Well, the laptop's really behind. I'm like 30 seconds behind the bids.
Yeah,
this is Jumbo Tosai for anyone who hasn't seen it. 23 cm. It's a decent sized fish. This.
You got a video?
Yes, yes. I love it. I honestly do. I think this is one of the stars of the night for me. I love this fish.
It is nice. It is nice. It sounds really bizarre, but it's bright.
Yeah, yeah.
I think a lot of koi we tend to like tend to be darker. We are. If I look at my pond, and I find it's a bit like art, isn't it? The bodybuilders, they talk about balance with their bodies. You know, everything is about perfect balance. And sometimes you look at I look at my pond, and I think, other than my Saragoi, that's what led me to buy the Shiros, because I didn't really have much white in there. And it does balance a pond out, especially. And the thing is, at the moment, you've got this on blue background, which is great for koi, but I like seeing white on black background.
Yeah. This would stand out a lot on a black background. Would. Phil's saying, must admit, this is his sort of shower. It really is. A fish full of potential.
Get your hand in your wallet, you tight shit. And Phil, you know you've just started your grow on up as well.
I'd be happy, you know, honestly, if this doesn't sell tonight, and especially if it only sold for to start with, I wouldn't be happy with that. But I'd definitely keep this to grow on. If this doesn't sell tonight, this is just going straight in my grow on.
If you Google East Shower, it tends to be what you get. You tend to get those the larger areas of white. I think it's become. Oh, I bought a shower the other day. I was saying earlier one night. It tends to be mostly black and red, or Benny and Sumi, whatever you want to call it. If we talk proper lingo, but yeah, I think we are losing that that white.
I had a text saying, Joyce, I know you're watching. She can't comment on the YouTube. It doesn't let her. So the first this show, she comments 5250.
Oh no!
But I hadn't looked at my phone. Sorry. Sorry, Joyce. I know I hadn't seen it.
There's another one here. You got a second crack at a whip, haven't you?
Yeah. We have got another one as well after this as well. This got a completely different style. So I'm going to play this video again. It looks like it could be the first non-seller of the auction overall. We've never had a fish not sell on these auctions. So, as I said, this is not going to upset me if this one doesn't sell, because I'm keeping it. You'll see it again in a few months for a heftier price, I'm sure.
Yeah, just look at it. If it obviously didn't have the black on the head, it's almost, it's more like a traditional shower. It's almost that Sankey shower crossover.
Yeah. But as you say, it's still young and it's got a lot to do. So in a couple of months, so yeah, Kevin Wakefield, £80. Thanks, mate. I was literally just going to call that then and say, you know what, I'm going to keep it. I had to question this one because I was so intrigued by what it's going to do, what it's going to turn out like. I was thinking, is this potentially a future, high quality, something that I could take to the show next year myself and see what happened with it over the next 6 months, a year.
But you have to live that through your customers now.
I know. It doesn't seem as good.
Not what your bank manager would say, though. You have to sell the koi.
Yeah, I know. Phil's just saying, grow it on for a few months. It will be £500 when it starts to bloom. I know, mate. Honestly. Yeah, Phil's just saying what I thought, to be honest. Yeah, the swimming behind the left gill gives you a good idea of the rest will be like. Yeah, it will be very, very dark sumi on it. And I think the Benny's got a lot to do as well. The red's still got so much to do to come through. It's bear in mind this is 23 centimeters. This is not a small fish, so yeah, I'm really surprised that people aren't more interested in it, to be honest.
It's the head for me. I keep saying about it, but anything sort of Shiro Showa, I'd like it to have that I think I'm saying Menwari or the Hachiwari, the traditional Y or the V on the head. It's the first thing that I would look for.
I'm gonna do something after this fish and see if we can get the auction kicking a little bit. So, any more for any more? Is anyone else going to put a bid in on this? Don't upset me tonight because this is the one that I was going to keep. Do you know what I mean? Don't let it go for 80 quid. Out of all the fish tonight, this is really the one that I was having thoughts on. Should I keep this? I was thinking about keeping the Tancho because I thought with size it was going to be special. But really, the potential on this fish is the one that I'm looking through. To be honest, I'm thinking this in 6 months to a year's time is going to be like a whole new fish. I think as I get bigger and better setups as well, I'll be able to keep a lot of these fish for longer. So I'm going to call it going once. Anyone else? £2.50 to take this from Kevin. Seems scandalous.
For those that have missed out on that, go and Google Anissa Kindai Showa and then go and cry. There you go, Sean. Nicely done.
I haven't seen that yet. Nice. This is one of the few that I got a really nice picture of. It is. I should have said that to you. Yeah, me and Becky were having wars trying to take pictures of fish. Is that the same fish? What? Is that the same fish? Yeah, oh, that is a nice picture. Yeah, it's one of the few that was. Pass your phone, see if I can show us to the camera, see if they're in.
I think a female should be better as well because they have better patience, don't they?
Sean Kimber, yeah, I know, but it got stressful, mate. So, you've got a screen on your phone. Well, there's nothing in the cracks. You can still kind of see how good it is.
There you go. That's a nice pic.
It is nice.
Hey, 100 quid.
Sellotape on the front of the phone because she hasn't had a fix for about 6 months. But yeah, very nice fish. One of the few fish that you need. £100 with Sean Kimber, 105 with Kevin. This is what we like to see.
Nice. Oh, no, they've all gone.
It's starting to go for where it should be. Your picture's done that, yeah.
I was trying to think of what they're called, and I couldn't think for ages, and then it comes to me. Kindai Showa.
So Kindai meaning more white. So it's a white, so predominantly white shower.
And that's the thing with a Kindai Showa, that as they grow and they stretch, and the white, you get more and more white showing. That's when they really, really, really do become incredible.
Yeah. This is special, this koi though, I'm telling you now, this is going to be something special. You just look at these fish and certain ones pop out to you, and the second I seen this, it popped. Beautiful.
What are we up to? 120 with Sean Kimber.
120 with Sean Kimber. So we've got Kevin Wakefield and Phil Lambert both in. So is there any more? You can bid as low as £2.50. Extend another £2.50 could literally steal this away. So don't sit on your hands.
Chris Taylor says he's got too many showers Has he got an Issa
We got one
Kimbo?
like this.
Yeah.
My wife is looking over. This is Phil. My wife's looking over at me saying, "You dare? I'm just sit on my hands eating at 200. This would be a real opportunity." Got someone saying it, Phil. 125 with Phil.
The problem is, if Claire quits as his photographer, that's him done. The channel's finished. So I can see why. Well, I just realised. I looked outside the window. It's got dark. I suppose that's what happens at night, isn't it? It gets dark.
Yeah.
Let's put my lamp on. There we go.
125. Any more? Sean, Kevin, are you still in? Let me know. Or the £2.50 can take it.
Sean's gone up a tenner. It's a good move.
Nice. Sean doesn't mess around. Sean knows good fish. He's got a cracking pond.
What sort of size pond you got, Sean?
It's big. What is it in the litres or gallons, Sean? But I know it's a big pond.
Kevin's out. That's fair enough. Unlucky Kevin. Nicely done.
Thanks for letting me know, though, Kev. We have got another Issa shower up tonight, so don't disappear.
Yeah, you got another one coming out. It's better than this whole thing.
Let's get over this one first.
Is that gallons, Sean? I hope that's gallons. Otherwise, I'm going to be really disappointed.
Oh, it's definitely not litres. It's definitely not litres. It's a big pond. That's the size of it. Yeah, 3.5 litres was like what? A paddling pool?
Yeah. That's about, I think I'm about 3,500 gallons. It's good size. Yeah. I wish I'd gone slightly bigger.
Yes, gallons, yeah. No, it's a decent sized pond, Sean's got. There's one on Facebook Marketplace at the minute. Have you seen it? 3,000 gallon Denby pond for £3,000 with a window in it.
Yeah, that's
he's not far. £400.
Yeah, he's not far from me. By selling that.
I was seriously looking at that as well, but where I live on this little lane, I don't think you'd get it down here, to be honest, not without smashing it to bits.
That Benny spot on the front right is deep.
It is, yeah. It is. Any more for any more? Is anyone else interested, or is Sean Kimber going to be taking this one tonight? 137.50 to take this off Sean. I'm going to give it 60 seconds.
Oh, run the vid, Scrag says.
Run the vid one more time then. Right, going once. Sean Kimber, £135. Any more for any more? Cracking fish this, Sean. You've had Sean had the tan show and he had the best shower as well. Man knows fish. Going twice with Sean Kimber. Any more for any more? 137.50 to take this off Sean.
Yeah, Phil's out.
Nice one, Sean. Congratulations, mate. You got that. Lovely fish. I'd love to see what that does in the future.
You need to set your group up for people that buy fish so you can carry on seeing them.
Yeah, I am definitely going to do that. It's on the list. You were going to do that for me? Which? Making a Facebook page.
Oh, it is on the list.
It is on the list.
Speak to the man in charge or the woman that knows what's going on, I think they say.
I don't do technology, so it's just a case of like, I got a new... Please. And she's like, I'm busy. I said, just ensure the car, please.
What's next?
Let's do this one.
What are we going to be? Oh, okay. I like this.
So this had This come in a bag with about 10 other fish, and it had a little bit of fin damage. The fins have knitted together perfectly. It's just the last little bits. Do not let that put you off. Within the last 4 weeks or so, this fish's fins have come back to 90% health. Another 2 weeks or whatever it'll be 100%. Don't let this put you off. This is the one you wanted, weren't it? Yeah, she wanted to keep this one. But we can't keeping everything because it doesn't work like that.
I don't know. I'd be quite intrigued to see how that grows on.
I'd love to see it at 60 cm. I'd love to see it big. 27 now, jumbo tosai. £100 start bid. Absolutely pennies for what it is. Unbelievable fish. It's like PLS, and let me play the video so you can actually see it, because I don't think the picture does justice. She's Becky saying behind me, it stands out from everything else in that pond. Michael the Wolf, nice one, mate. £100 start bid. If nothing else, you got to remember this is 27 centimeters. It's a big fish, for tosai. Yeah, I'm going to talk about it again because I don't want anyone to be put off. The fish had fin damage from transport. They've knitted back together probably 90%. It's full health. I was going to keep it, but I'll be honest, I'm trying to close systems down. That's my biggest problem. What I'm having now, I've only got 7 ponds up and running. So when I'm coming down to only having a few fish in each one, I'm ended up putting them in my grow on pond to grow on, and I can't keep doing that with everything, if I'm totally honest. It's got a huge head, yeah.
That's a Ginrin Pericina, isn't it?
Ginrin, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that's
it's not actually Ginrin, is it? They call it. Is it Pilescence?
They call them platinum. They call them platinum, but they tend to be platinum and shiny. But Pericina,
this has got a real shine, yeah.
Yeah.
But you get Ginrin and you get another type of scale, which is like a Pilescence. And that's what this is, like almost like little jewels on it. Anyone else? Anyone interested for another £2.50? Just the size alone on this fish, super clean. Not a shimmy, not a scale out of place. Unbelievable, big head. It's perfect.
It is a nice call.
We're gonna like the shower again. It's gonna go dead stagnant, and then the bids are just gonna start flying in again.
And my guess is the ones that are probably sitting on their hands a bit at the moment, other than Phil avoiding a clip round the ear from Claire, are probably those that are seeing the edge of them fins slightly. But honestly, if you saw how your koi come to some of the top dealers in this country, if you saw how them koi come out of them bags, honestly, it's
have you ever opened a bag after an import?
Yeah.
Have you been there and you smelt that ammonia come out the bag and all the fish on the side, and you think they're all going to die, and within an hour
they're flashing, they've lost their colour.
Yeah, fins are split, tails are split. They're in an awful state, and they just bounce back really fast. I've never smelt a smell like that when you open them bags and you smell that ammonia come out them bags fresh off the import. It's nasty.
It's
£105 with Phil. Michael, you in, mate? £107.50 if you're interested. So we've got.
You could almost say whoever buys it, they're going to come and pick it up anyway, so they'll see it. And then, worst case scenario, Becky keeps it.
Yeah, that's worst case scenario, isn't
it? You're not going to lose out, because I think, again, grow it a bit.
Yeah, no, it's as I say, like the problem I'm having now is I've got a 6,500 litre grow on, and I'm adding too many to it. It's
Yeah.
because it's going from being a grow on to being a hoarder's pond. Imagine that, a 40, 50 cm in your vat at a show, Kashi.
107.50 from Mr. DeWolf.
Nice one, mate. As I say, they only take them little slide 250s, them little tiny £2.50s, not even a coffee, and you could be taking this.
So nice. Again, it comes down to, I mean, they call it a platinum, but to me, it's more like a jewel. I just like the. I got probably two. Well, one of my favourite fish is my. What do they call them? Golden corns. Again, you've got a very similar reflective scale. It just looks nice, especially at night when the lights are on.
Yeah. Golden corns are a strange one, aren't they? They just sort of they just
I got two. Yeah, I'm gonna put them on a video coming up actually, so people can see them. So I got two. So I went for the really traditional golden corn. It's almost like the Karashi with an orangey red scale, centre to its scale.
Like quarry going, aren't they?
Yeah, but I've also got a red and silver, which my daughter chose, and when she chose it, I thought, "What have you done? Why?" Every time I go to a dealership, I make a mistake. I love my kids dearly, and I like to spoil them. So we go there, and because I ain't got a lot of money, so they end up buying the koi they want, and then I walk away with nothing. So, but when she picked it, I was like, "What have you done? You know, that doesn't look like a golden corn." I genuinely say I prefer it of the two. I mean, don't tell my son, he's not watching, but I prefer it of the two that I've got. I'll stick them on a video and I'll put them up. They're they are really cool.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think I've never really looked at them properly until Coventry.
Yeah.
And there was one of the dealers was selling them, and I had a proper look through the vat. And not every one of them took me fancy. They didn't. I'll be honest. There's some of them that just wasn't my cup of tea, but some of them really stood out to me.
Yeah, the two ends of the spectrum are just so far apart. I mean, some of them look like a snow asagi. Some of them look like typical Karashi. Like the one I've got looks like almost like a goshki. Yeah, it's just crazy, really. But they are. I started this hobby, and you tend to get into it more, and then you like nicer fish. You spend more money on fish, but I still really like go away from the Go Sankey stuff. I really like the unusual stuff.
Yeah. No, I do as well. I'm becoming more of a fan of Go Sankey the more I'm getting my eye in on certain stuff like that Kindai show that was up before this. But unfortunately, when you start getting your eye in, you start looking for the expensive fish, and that's the positive thing about buying Tosai, that it gives people a chance to have them really nice fish at an affordable price. And as you said, if you're buying the right fish, you can move them on for a profit, or at least a break even, if nothing else.
Yeah, I'm forever I buy Tosai because you can get them cheap, and actually, I say to everyone, if you can have a grow on, have a grow on. I spend more time at my grow on, because mine's indoors in the garage.
Yeah.
It's I spend far more time. I have less problems because they're smaller, they're easier to maintain, they're cheaper to maintain. You haven't got to have all the crazy amounts of filtration that you do on your big ponds. I would genuinely, if someone said to me, right, you've got to close one of your ponds down, I would more than likely close my big pond down before the grow on. It would just be a fact that I'd have to sell.
Yeah, I must say, I must admit, because I'm seriously considering selling on my big fish and turning that into another part of the sales ponds.
Yep.
Because I'm taking a lot more enjoyment out of buying the small fish and sieving through them, and than I am now the big pond.
Yep.
There's certain fish in the big pond I wouldn't want to get rid of, but if it was that, it would have to be an all or nothing situation. So in that case, it would be all. What would it be like this for this? Sorry, let me just say that again. What would it be for this fish? What would it
27
be?
centimetre. I've got Google open. Hang on, I'll have a look.
Price wise,
You don't see
retail
many.
£300. Yeah. This is £300 in any retail setting.
I've always toyed. My pond's 4 meters long, and what's it, just under 3 meters wide. But I've always thought of having 2 by 1, so 4 2-by-1 ponds with a couple of meter walkway in front of them, and then just run it as 4 separate.
Yeah. Is that something you're considering, seriously considering, or?
Yeah, problem I've got is I've got a lot of inherited koi, so they've got sentimental value.
Yeah.
There's a lot of what my dad passed down to me, and dad's he helped me build my ponds, and he's always helped me with my landscaping, and he's getting old now, and I think to myself, do you know what? One day he's going to pass on, and I would hate to look back and think, my Saragoi, which is probably my favourite koi in the pond, that came from him. So they've got that sentimental value. So I couldn't do it. I'd love to, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's a shame unless you could find someone close to you that you would take them on so you could still see them and stuff.
Or build another big pond.
Or build another pond, yeah. It's the easiest way to do it. It hasn't got to be fancy digging a hole, put a line in it.
I'd quite like a more natural pond, actually, in the ground, because I could stick my sturgeon in it as well then.
It's done, innit? You can turn that into grounds. You can dig a big hole in the ground, keep your dad's fish in. Smashed it.
Just keep filling it up.
Anyone else? £110 take this fish. I'm really shocked. I think the fin damage has been the problem on this. I'm going to run the VT again. I feel like Keith Lemon saying that. Sorry, I just cut you up then, come.
That's all right. That is exactly what was going through my head. Keith Lemon, sorry.
Come on, I'm going to play it again. Yeah, so let me know if we've got anyone else who's interested in this, and if not, we're going to move on. I'm a little bit gutted, to be honest, because I'm thinking another couple of weeks I could have neatened this up a bit more, and it would have got full value, but well, I took a risk. It is what it is, as they say.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some, but I feel there's been probably a few more loses tonight than there has been wins.
Yeah, it's as I say. It's I don't mind them going cheap as long as people understand the real value of them. I'd rather than walk away going, I got this really cheap fish from my boy's koi. It was a bargain, tell your friends sort of thing. Then will you turn the light on, please? Then people just thinking these are the average prices. They're really not the average prices.
Just reading up about Sakazumi, 1914 it was established. Amazing.
Crazy. Right, I'm going to call it going once. Anyone else, £110 to take this. We've literally got 2 more fish after this, £110.
Oh, we got the Shiro to come.
We got the Shiro. Shiro's up last.
If people don't bid on that, well,
criminal.
Rather.
£110 to take this, going twice. It's at £107.50 with Michael. And gone. Congratulations, mate. You've done well. Oh, you had the Shiro as well. Very nice.
What's next? Another shower? Is that correct?
Shower, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, done very well there. It's two cracking fish tonight, and I think you got a bargain on because of that bit of fin damage. I really do.
Is anyone in the comments? It's gone quite quiet in the comments, but it's still the same amount of people, minus a few.
Yeah.
Is anybody waiting for the Shiro? Has anybody got the same mindset as me and is thinking, the Shiro, the Tancho was nice, but the Shiro is... Be interesting to see if anybody else is...
It is this one, isn't it? We've done the other one. Yeah, we've done that one. So it is this one. This is same 18 cm. It's a shower. Still a lot to do.
Yeah. Looking at it at the moment, so I think probably a lot of people would say, oh, it's missing a bit of black there, or missing a bit of sumi, but it's the bluing under the skin there. That's what's going to come through. So
it's there to come, isn't it? It is there to come. It's you can see all through the video. Let me find the video, because the video sells a lot more than the picture does.
Yeah, Lee Hunt's in.
Where are you?
Where's Brenda? Check your phone, because Brenda might be on the old messaging. Brenda!
Very, very nice three-step kahaku pattern, a lot of underlying sumi to come. Cracking little fish.
It's nice benny on it, isn't it?
Yeah, really deep benny. And even
Really
the
bright.
bits of sumi that are up, you can tell how dark it is. It's going to be ink. It's a shower, by far the best shower. It's a shower, unbelievable. I think that the white, the Sroju in the white, I like it when there's a lot more of it. Do you agree?
Yeah, it's what you would expect from. See, in my mind, not being an expert, so you think of different things from different breeds, and if someone says to me it's a shower, that's what I think of. I think it's good. The early development of the sumi still to come. I think that's the thing. Don't forget that it is there. The underlying black is there, and it is going to come through. But yeah, no, it's got it's a nice separation between the colours, isn't it?
Joyce has managed to get onto the comments, so this has been several weeks. She hasn't been able to use the comments, and she's here. And she's on the comments now.
I called her Brenda, didn't I? Did I call her Brenda?
Yeah, you called her Brenda.
Oh, sorry, Joyce. It is a nice shower, Joyce.
She got some fish off me a couple of weeks ago. She got them in a tank growing on, doing very well. So yeah, for around £55, this is an Issa shower. It's not £55 worth of fish. Keep the bids coming in. I think there's a real confusion with shower. So people want shower to be more finished, but when you get finished shower, you pay for finished shower.
And it's got to be a bigger fish.
And it's got to be a bigger fish, yeah. So you're talking minimum 40 plus cm. And they're serious money, especially Issa shower. You're talking minimum £300, minimum, going up to thousands.
Who have we got in? We got Joyce. Seeing a lot of talking from Joyce. Not seeing a lot of bidding though. She said you was keen for that shower, Joyce. Let's see the colour of your money. Let's see how keen you were. And to be fair, I think with the not wishing to disrespect any other koi that have been on, I like the red on this one. And the fact that the sumi, the black, has still got to come through, I actually like this one. They were all nice, but this one is,
honestly, there's just not a bad one in the bunch. I think that was purposely why I chose these three to go up, because I wanted this particular bowl to be a very, very nice bowl. So we got £60 with Andrew. You've got a fish getting posted out tomorrow morning, so now you've potentially got 2.
Phil Lambert straight back in with 65. Andrew, if you got a box coming out tomorrow, you ain't got to think about the postage, which is quite nice.
No, Andrew, I've had a text back from the DX driver, because DX for some reason send a delivery driver to my house every single day. And the poor fella is terrified of my dog. So he sits in the van and he beeps his horn because he's scared to get out the van in case the dog bites him. So he snuck on the other day. He said he was doing like an army walk down the path, not like he outside toe down the path, saying not to get the dog's attention. So now I've just took his number and I text him and say whether I've got deliveries or not to say he's getting terrified.
See, just looking online, so Gatwick Koi at the moment, Gary, he's got a, 52 centimetre Issa Showa, and it's what I would call a traditional Issa Showa again, so similar to this. Yeah. I'd say it hasn't got as much Benny on it, the one on the website. It's 1,200 quid.
Jesus.
1,200
Forget your bits, I'm taking this off. You can have it, I'll put it back up in 6 months. Scrag, that dog's like a lion. He's a big dog. He's a harmless dog. He just likes to bark at people.
What is it? What breed?
He's a mixed breed. He's German Shepherd, Retriever, and Saint Bernard.
Oh, okay.
So he's just a big 50-kilo hairy dog. But
when he
jumps up and down on the spot, people get scared.
Yeah, 50 kilos. That's a big dog, isn't it? I mean, Ted,
he's big.
Ted's big. He's lost a bit of weight. He's about 38 kilos now. So yeah, 50 kilo. That is it's a big lump, isn't it?
Yeah.
70 quid, Mr. Fairclough.
Don't terrorise.
You're missing him, David, is you?
Oh look, that's like a big bear.
Yeah. So when we used to have the shop on Kane's Brewery in Liverpool, we used to come out the shop on a Saturday, and people used to think they could run over and try and throw their arms around him. He did not like that. But no, he's all right. He's friendly, really. He just barks at people, which is what you want a dog to do. But the poor DX driver is terrified. No, I didn't, Joyce.
Joyce
said your dog's gorgeous. Sorry. I have got more showers though. If you're interested, send me a message after this. I'll do you a good price.
Mind you, won't be the last,
you've seen it, like Joyce. Sorry, Dave. What?
I was just say it's not going to be the last one for Joyce, is it? When you get something else in, you give her a buzz and.
Yeah, she's not too far from me, so she's been down here before as well. So she's seen the dog herself, and yeah, you never want fish. If anyone ever wants fish, I am working on getting this a bit more professional. So I will get a Facebook page when Becky does it, and I'll start listing fish that I've got for sale properly as well. This was sort of just a start in the business off. So next year I will take it a lot more serious and push it a lot more. I just wanted to, dip my toe in the water, and the auction seems like a good way to do it.
And people gain from it.
Yeah, I've just literally had to pull a lump of hair off the laptop because I touched them. But yeah, hair everywhere. It's like tumbleweeds. So we're on £70 with Andrew. Have we got anyone else who's interested?
A Neo Mastiff. That's a Neapolitan Mastiff.
Neapolitan Mastiffs, yeah. My mate had 5 of them.
That's
There's a lot of 5 Neos in one house. Was a lot. Yeah. Every day.
If you got dogs and they're hairy, so we found you go on Amazon, you buy them little Chinese gadgets. It's like just a piece of metal, like a coat hanger, and you just rub it across the carpet. Surprising after you hoover, even with like the old Shark, it's surprising how much it still picks up.
Yeah, that we've got the Shark pet one. It's not designed for this way. You can literally get out. Scrag was here. Scrag was what? No, who was it? Was it Scrag? Who was here when I was doing that? No, it was Danny. Danny's Koi channel was here, and I was literally grabbing chunks of hair out of him, just like scrolling and just pulling chunks of hair. Just like you can do it every day. You can brush the dog, and an hour later you can pull more hair out of them.
Yeah, we use the Thermalate as well. I think the worst thing though is like when my kids have friends around, sometimes like we could have hoovered like an hour before, and I look at the carpet and I think to themselves, what must they think of my kids? So look at these pipey people.
How bad's that, isn't it? Like there's like the second living room next door to me. He sleeps in there, and honestly, that gets hoovered every single day. And you'd think we hadn't hoovered for a month. Sometimes it's so bad.
What we got from Phil, must say that koi up for auction this week, a cracking quality. You're definitely hitting the mark and giving us a chance of buying a really decent koi for silly money at the minute. Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
I'll say. Phil,
they're very, very cheap, and they won't always be. I'll be totally honest. They won't always be this cheap. You're getting chances to get bargains. Go to any retail shop and come out with an 18 cm Issa shower like this for 70 quid. What we're on now, you're not gonna.
Adam's just put, don't use that sharp pet one on thick carpet. It's a workout. He's right.
Yeah, it's a scam. They say it's pets. It's not just expensive.
It is, yeah. I prefer my Vax to my shark.
Yeah.
What have we got? What are we at? 70 quid?
We're on £70. We got anyone else incest? We've still got 100 people in. We've been on for 2 hours now, and we've still got 100 people in, which is brilliant. £70 is anyone else incest, number £2.50.
Saving their pennies for the Shiro. That's what I reckon it is.
And bear in mind as well, I did so last week. I bought a toy after the auction for the 1,000 toy appeal that I'm doing, raising 1,000 toys for kids going without this Christmas. Yeah. So I'll do the same again this week. I'll take some of the profit and I'll go and buy a toy. At this point, there's probably about £2.50 profit, so there won't be much of a toy. But but I'll get something. Run the video. I'll run the video one more time. Scrag's really good at this, you know. Scrag just like tells me what to do all through the auction, otherwise I'll be lost. Is it this one? I'm going to hit that video again, give these a chance to figure out who's taking it home. £77.50 with Simon Shears.
Oh, we've got a new entry. Do you know what I was going to say just a minute ago? For fuck's sake, you lot. Why wait until the end to bid? And then it dawned on me it's an auction.
Sorry, mate. Becky's just offered me half a lemon muffin, so I have to turn around and stop paying attention to you.
That's all right. I didn't say much. The lemon, I can understand.
Half lemon muffin, it's a good one, not a crap one.
Well, we got 85 with Phil Lambert.
I've only got Rob on 80 ups and now. 85 with Phil. Nice one, Phil. So we've got 4 people in this bid, yeah, 4 of yous. So let's say £90 with Simon Shears. Love to see it.
You got a few seconds to go and Google. Have a look at the one on Gatwick Koi. 1,200 quid. I know I shouldn't be using a competitor or someone else.
Use a competitor. That's cool. That's fine.
So, go and have a look at the one on. They are cool. They're cool fish.
How big's that one on there? Dave?
That's 52. To be fair, it's 1,200 quid. 52.
Still, you know, I know it's triple the size, but it's still not exactly worlds apart. It's not like it's 80. Do you know what I mean? It's 50 cm is not hard to get on a fish. Anyone can get 50 cm out of a fish as long as you feed it.
Yeah, especially if that comes out as a female. Obviously, it's, at this age, it's not impossible to tell.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell at this age. I think the breeders struggle at this age. Simon Shears, £90. Is anyone else still in on this for £90? We've got 1 fish left.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. What? Phil, oh, we got Rob 92.50, and then we got Phil 95. Well, someone might as well round this up to 100, mightn't he?
Yeah, as I say, don't lose it for a few quid. If you're out, say you're out.
Put the half a muffin down.
What are you doing in all?
I don't care. Put the half a muffin down. 97.50.
$100. I'm just trying to in my head.
Andrew's just sat back on this, hasn't he?
I know, 110. I'm just trying to calculate in my head for what's sold, what people are going for. Is it the more traditional Go Sankey, or is it
this at the start? We were struggling to get. We couldn't get past £55 when this first started. It just stayed. It was on 55 for ages.
They've all been sat there begging their partners, "Oh, do you want a cup of tea, love? Do you want to?" Yeah. And then finally, you get the
with Leon. So we got another person in here. We got Leon in with £115.
Yeah, Leon was bidding earlier, actually. So
it just shows that people see the quality of these fish.
I think just Google it. People Google. Just Google if you want to know what it looks like or similar to what it looks like. Google it.
Google how much they go for. I think that's much the it's hard when you start a fish at £50 on an auction. I think people think that it's not an expensive fish.
Phil just I tried that, Dave. It didn't work. Claire said try harder.
£125 we've got with Rob. Nice one, Rob.
I can't remember what the tickets were, but there was a certain few people did an Easter show or Grow and Show, didn't there, last year?
Oh, that would have been a good one.
Yeah, I think
the video, Danny, that video triggered Birds do it again. Thank you, Scrag. I'm going to make Scrag me PR manager or something, you know, because he just takes.
No, I thought he said that video triggered the Birds. Run it again, Danny.
Evening, Gaz. GKP.
Oh, Gaz's koi pond, right, Gary?
130 with Phil. Andrew, are you still in? Bear in mind, mate, you've already paid your shipping for tomorrow, so this can just be added to your box, nice and easy. No messing around. And for anyone who's in, remember we've still got a Shiro Tori, very, very nice Shiro Tori coming up next.
That it is. Very nice.
Do you see how much more life the auction gets as the time goes on?
Mm-hmm.
Them first fish are a nightmare. No one wants to be the first person to bid. I don't know what that is.
Do you think the women have gone to bed?
I don't know. Maybe. It's like the... Yeah. No one wants to be the first person on the karaoke, do they? Do you know what I mean? But after a couple of pints, everyone's up there.
Yeah, because there's Gary. Gary was obviously commenting at the start. So Gary's still around. So he's been with us since the start. So it's been similar numbers.
Gary Webb's first in, last out. He's just that type of guy.
Oh, 135, Mr. Fairclough.
Nice one, Andrew.
Is that the man with the shipping already? Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew. He's paid for the shipping. He's got a fish on his way tomorrow. He has got a Yamata Nishiki coming to him tomorrow. I'm out. Andrew, it looks like it's on you, mate, unless anyone else is going to have it. 135 for this amazing little Issa shower. Your postage you're already paid.
It's a good win.
So I'm going to say going once. Is there anyone else who's interested? I'm out. Going twice. It's a good little battle, though. Give you your due, every one of you. I'm like a bad habit.
Hey, it's up north. That is Simon. Is the Tancho bin?
You've missed it, Si. You've missed the Tancho, mate.
Si's, I know Si very well. He's a cracking lad.
Yeah.
Lovely pond as well. He's had his fair share of issues this year.
He has. Go on, Si. I'm going to ask you a question now. How much do you think that Sancho sold for?
Oh,
Take a guess. You didn't see it. Put it up.
I
How
can't
much?
remember.
Guess your guess on its value. That Sancho, and going 3 times. So you've got that, Andrew. Congratulations, mate. Well fought.
Yeah, somebody up that I've seen on Si's face when he's had poorly coiled that's when the hobby really is heartbreaking. And I know Simon does,
didn't he?
He does everything he can for them core. I mean, he heats. They get all the best treatments. They get everything. So to see him struggle was a kick in the nuts.
180 it went for. I thought you would have said more than that, side because it had a retail £300, but that's what I thought you had. But you let the side down. Never asked it again.
I think that price is probably the bargain that he would have paid for it.
Yeah, it's honestly it's got a retail value of 295. I went for 180, so very, very cheap, but very nice. So let's find the definitely last but definitely not least. It's not that one.
It's too dark for me to show people my poster now.
It's too dark to show people my poster. Run the video while Dave's playing with his poster. Leon's £110.
See the men. So this is what we were talking about earlier. I don't want to keep using the silly koi words, but the Menwari. So your traditional lightning strike across the head.
Yeah.
And then it's got it horizontal. It's got it linear, so it goes across as well. I prefer the darker fins personally.
I do as well. I think they did the whole very well on Shiro.
With the wraparound Sumi as well. I was just trying to work out. So they've had quite a few grand champions, but there's one particular grand champion. I can never remember what year it was.
Can't you take the poster off the wall?
I can't. It's stapled to it.
Phil, as you said, sorry, Chris, is that because you're going to put a bid in?
What have we got?
£130 with Chris.
It's got to be up from that, this one.
Yeah. It's
This is the one of all the koi this evening, even the tent show. I would more than likely say keep it. If it don't go high enough, pull it and keep it.
I think this could have went for size. Would this be size 2 at the show? I think this would have had a good chance this year.
Oh, we got 135 from Lee Hunt. Take the photo with you.
I seen some of them Shiros that were taking prizes at the shows, and I think this is better, in my opinion. 140 with Chris. 150 with Phil. These two are probably sat on the couch next to each other. So we're probably bitching at each other right now.
Now here I am taking pictures of my bloody poster. These are some of the grand champions. Look at them.
Oh, wow.
But see the one on the... I don't know how that's going to show, actually.
It's back to front, whatever. So describe it rather than...
So it's... Fucking hell. Everything's back to front. It's this one.
Yeah. So the more Sumi on the head.
Yep. So the pattern-wise, the Menwari...
very, very similar to this one that we've got up now. Yeah.
It's not got the darker... In terms of the
fins are white on that, yeah.
But that could change. This is, again, so Omasaka aren't they're bred to change up to year 3, so they don't become their full fish or considered full fish to Omasaka until they're 3 years old.
Don't let them tell you can't bid. Chris, if you want to bid, mate, you can bid. It's not that type of auction, mate.
I think I'm pretty sure with the... Let's have a look.
Do me a favour, someone, whoever that RC Tech and Hobby, kick it out, please.
That Gary?
You want to just kick that out, please? Yeah. £155. Anyone else interested on the Shiro for 157.50? Or more.
More. It's worth more than that.
It is.
A lot more. If you're buying a Shiro, if you're in the market for a Shiro, Omasaka is the place to get it from.
Yeah.
It is what they do. Pattern is right. Shape is right.
Oh, I didn't know I could ban them. Oh, I've done. So. £155. Yeah, I had about 40 is battling for this a minute ago, so where have you all gone?
Gary said he never...
It's nice though, isn't it? Like...
Oh, 160 from Phil Lambert. Gary said that he never listens to Kaz when it comes to buying car. I reckon Kaz is the boss, though, Gary.
Yeah, definitely.
She's definitely the boss.
She lets down the tyres on his wheelchair if he doesn't listen.
Kaz is definitely the boss. Who's checking? Scrag's checking the bank balances. What, yours or everyone else's?
It's a good £160 with Phil. Cracker, mate. Honestly, it is a little cracker.
Lee's out. That's a shame.
The window in it. It'll be very nice to see this in a window pond. I'm out. Thanks, mate. Thanks for letting me know, Lee. So we're going to go on once. I'm going to run the video again.
Oh, don't go once yet. I think this has got more legs to run on it.
Okay, well. I can say go on once, but I can just take a long time about saying twice, you know what I mean? Cracking little fish. I say little, it's not even that little. It's 25 centimeters. It's a decent sized fish.
It is, yeah. And I think 25 centimeters as centimeters doesn't sound a huge amount, but having seen these Omasako, they are really thick, full body.
This has got a lot of body to it, yeah. A lot of body. It's when you pick it up, substantial size fish.
I'll say, if you go back a few videos on my channel, you'll see the Omasako Shiros, and they're just incredible.
Yeah, it's I'm definitely coming round to them more and more.
I think that's a sad thing. It's another one of those koi that I think a lot of people don't warm to till later on in the hobby.
Yeah, I definitely. They would definitely didn't come on my radar until recently, to be honest, when I started looking into them properly.
I think
it was the Coventry show this year. I seen how many people were selling them and showing them, and I started to take a real interest in them then.
Yeah, no, they are a really nice koi. Every Omasako Shiro, the white, the Shiroji, the white is crystal.
Sorry, Dave, say that again. Becky's almost sharks.
Right. I'm just keeping the folks entertained while you're talking to the loved one.
Yeah, someone said before it's got the body shape of a shark, so she's googled a picture of a shark and she agrees it has.
Yeah, they have. And they're such a quick fish, the Omasaka Shiros. when it comes to trying to catch them, they're an absolute pig shit. But they just, the way they glide around a pond, I'm annoyed actually, because one of mine, fun enough, you'll see in this next week's video, I got a bit of costia in my pond, and it's my Shiro that Amir picked for me that's got a bit of costia, which is annoying. But they are so quick. Such a lively fish in the pond. Always first up for feeding as well.
The way to catch fish, get a bigger net. I got the 80 cm pan net.
Yeah, I could do with something a bit bigger, to be fair.
Kashi's got a meter one.
Does he really?
Yeah, meter wide. He definitely doesn't need it. He hasn't got a fish a meter wide, but it does make life a lot easier when you're trying to catch them fish up.
See, most men go down the pub and dick swing. Here we are talking about nets.
Nets,
yeah. I got a meter net.
I would really like one of the Japanese nets with the wooden handles, but I couldn't justify spending nearly £200 on a net handle.
That's what I've got with the wooden handle. You keep your look out of the shows. I paid, mine's a 60 or 70 centimetre one. I paid 40 quid for it.
Wow. The one I was looking at the show, I think the 60 cm was 120. The meter one was a lot higher than that, but the pole was 3 meters as well, and I couldn't get in the car.
Yeah. And we know why they're wooden, don't we? Do you know why they're wooden?
Go on.
They float.
I've got mine's the I've got the metal ones, and to be honest, it started to rust on the buckles, the clips.
Yeah.
So they are a lot cheaper, about 60, 70 quid to buy, but it's worth spending the extra on the wooden handle.
Yeah, definitely. Keep an eye out of the shows. I didn't see that at the BKKS actually. Is it North?
There was a Coventry. That was the what's the name of the net maker? He just makes nets.
Northline?
Northline. They were selling them. That's who Cashy bought his off.
Yeah, see, mine's a Northline. I'm sure I got it for about 50, 60 quid.
Northline has some really good deals at the show.
Yeah.
But the one I'd say that it was definitely the one I was looking at, and I think it was 120 for the 60 cm one, and I wanted the meter one, but I just wasn't willing to pay for it. I don't know if it was cheaper on this Sunday. I went on the Saturday. Might have been cheap. Might have knocked the prices. Any more on the Shiro?
What did we die at? What's the sum?
160 we're at now.
Yeah. See, I had a minimum in my head, and it's above that. That's you should go a bit higher, really. Who's still interested in this one? If you was bidding and you're out, say you're out, and it'd be interesting to see. Because otherwise, you may as well just do the countdown.
I think people just sort of sit back, don't they, and just wait for the last minute. But we already said going once, we're going to go on twice. I'm going to give it another minute. So if you're interested, £2.50 on top of Phil's. Can take this. Very, very nice fish for the money. We're not sold just yet, Phil, unfortunately, mate. I've got to give it
You can't blame him. He's got a bargain.
Can't blame him.
Absolute bargain. There's got to be some more in there, surely. 160. He's 99 in the room.
Right. Going 3 times. Phil, it's yours, mate. You've done well there. We're over 2 hours on. 2 hours and 20 minutes on this. What I wanted to do, Dave, was going to do it before to see if people's interested, but we still got 100 people in, so I'm just going to do this for fun, and it's probably going to be a loss maker because everyone's tight, but I've still got quite a lot of mangoes, and I've got another 100 coming, so I'm going to put a Super Mango Crashy Guy up, and I'm going to set the bid at 99 pence, and I'm going to let you say what it goes for. So I'm just, I know that's probably just gonna be that's cracking price. I had a minimum of 175 and it went for 160. Yeah, I was hoping for 200. Wow, I was in Coiwon when I seen it have been £300. Yeah, they are 300 quid. 99p, Michael Kirby. If you get it for 99p, I won't be happy.
I was just thinking exactly the same.
I just thought I was going to do it before to get the auction going, but then the auction kicked off, so I just thought it'd be a bit of fun. I've got 100 of them. 100
I love
of them.
these, and I've seen these. I've seen these feeding, and they are absolutely mad.
They're wild.
Yeah, they're pretty much hand tame, which is nice. So I know these because I saw them on when I was doing part of my ground show. So they are hand tame. They feed like absolute crazy. They are just destined for a home to grow.
I'm gonna put a load of these on heat over winter. Because we're doing these as part of the growing show.
You are,
whatever doesn't sell on the growing show, I'm going to put on heat just sheerly to hopefully prove what can be done with them. Now, if someone grows them bigger than me, I won't be happy, but I'm hoping that I can at least try and outgrow everyone. Kieran, 20 quid. Paul Davis, we're already at £20, my mate. Scrag had one a few weeks back. Had one of Danny a few weeks back, doing well, loves to munch. They do, they can eat and eat. If your filters can keep up with it, they can eat all day long. The disappointing side to the koi thing that I feel like if we all had excessive amounts of filtration, we'd be able to grow fish to silly sizes.
So these for Kashi, so these are in the opposite. So these aren't the yellow magic, I don't think. These are the tank that was opposite. So these are the ones that every time you walk past them, they are literally jumping out the water.
The Kashi go you've got from me, Kashi, they are yellow magics. So you got Super Mango and you got Yellow Magics, both from Sakai. But yeah, your Crash you go off me are they're Yellow Magics, Kashi.
It's funny. Where did
20 quid with Kieran? Anyone else interested? I'll take £1 a bid on this. Just make £1 a bid. You can go up in pound increments. This is just a little bit of fun. Finish the night on a high. So £21 to take this.
Where does a mango crashy become a Benigoi? That's what I'd like to know, because there's such a. You look at the Chagoi, the Crashigoi, the Saragoi. They're all so close, aren't they? So where the Crashigoi, you can see they are a Crashigoi, the super magics, whatever they call yellow magics, wasn't it? But where do they go from being Crashigoi to Benigoi? What is the breed?
I don't know the difference. I just know that a Benigoi comes originally from a Kahaku spawn, doesn't it? That's where originally Benigoi come from. And these come from Crashigoi lines. So essentially it's a different type of fish. It's but
because I do like the darker orange. It is nice.
Yeah. I don't, if I'm totally honest, I don't know what distinguishes the difference apart from they are bred from different lines.
I know what I'm Googling in a minute. Someone in the comments will tell us in a bit. Kashi.
£22, Michael the Wolf going once. Anyone else interested? £23 to take this. Michael's got 2 fish going to him, so he's probably just thinking stick a little bargain in the box.
And that is a happy, cheeky little bargain, isn't it, if you've already got a box?
Yeah, like, I just thought I'd just stick it in, you know.
He's fighting there. Fighting for his life.
He's been going on about these mangoes for ages. This is me mate, he's been going on about having a mango for ages. But he still hasn't put his pond in the ground, have you, mate? He dug an hole. He's got the pre-formed pond. He dug an hole, but he just hasn't managed to put the pond inside the hole.
Mind you, the weather ain't been great, has it?
Oh, excuses. I'm out there with rain and shine.
Just have a look. What are we still? 23 quid.
£23, Scrag. Right again, mate. Yeah. Postage is £30. People have bought multiple fish, that's included. Send me an email to myboyskoi@gmail.com if you want a fish tonight. And get a post out to you.
So if Michael wins this, does it stay at your house, at your place, and gets grown on?
I hope not.
That's the right result for him, though.
Yeah, it'd be ideal because it'll just end up being about 50 cm by the time he gets it, by the time he sticks that hole in the ground.
Yeah, I think it's a big stable. I think that is. They look better in the flesh. They do. They're they're a deeper orange when you see them in person.
Yeah, they really are. I haven't got a video of this, but this video doesn't do them. This picture doesn't do justice again. Also, the bigger than 14 cm now as well. I don't think there's any left that are only 14. I think they're all a bit bigger than that. They're really not hard to grow. Like, I only feed twice a day because I just maintain it. I don't really feed for growth because there's a lot of fish in the pond, and they just grow anyway, to be honest. We're on £23 with Michael Kirby. Is there anyone else? I'm not a Lee Hunter. I haven't seen it.
25 from Lee Hunt.
25, Lee. Nice one, mate. Lee's determined to buy a fish tonight, isn't he?
He is, yeah, bless him.
It'll cost Danny more than £23 to feed it. It probably has. Seen them in person. They're lovely, honestly. I think I'd love a pond of single coloured fish. One day I'm going to have it. Just sorghoi, chagoi, crashigoi, all different colour crashies.
Yeah, I've got 2 jumbo tozai crashies at the moment and my grow and show crashie, which again is smaller than everyone else's. For some story of my life, this small business, isn't it?
I seen crashies today. I'm going to say they're probably 25 cm.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near that.
No.
Nowhere near that. I didn't build my grow on till late. I should have built my grow on sooner. I'm looking forward to this winter having the grow on.
Heated. It's a grow on heated.
Yeah, the indoor one is that don't drop below 18 degrees all year round.
How many times a day are you feeding?
So they're constantly eating. So I feed them about 6 times a day. Lately, I've been feeding them 6 times a day.
Yeah.
My Kahaka have probably gained, I don't know, since when did I buy them? They were about a month ago. So they're up to probably 27, 28 cm now. You think
you'd have more size then, wouldn't you? You think it so the Kahaka have outgrown the Crashie?
Yes. 2 of them have, yeah.
You must have picked the dud.
It's my grow and show, Kahaku, is now the smallest koi in my grower. It is a dud.
Yeah, you must have, because it should have easily outgrown them. You must have picked a bad one.
At the time, Amir did say to me at the grow and show, Dave, stop trying to pick on colour, go on body size. And so Sai and a lot of the others, Kashi, there's a few of them picked on shape and size, and they've just gone flying apart. And it was a massive lesson learned for me is don't pick on
pretty colour.
Yeah, got to go
with single colour fish. They're just not really. It's just not that big of a deal. Colour will come, won't it?
Nope.
But anyway, right, we're going to wrap that up. Lee's been dying to get in the fish tonight, and he's tried hard. So £25 going once, 25 going twice. And sold to Leon, £25.
Nice.
That's a bargain.
Well done, Funk me, Rich. You've missed some gems at good prices. Yeah, Rich, that's Shrewsbury, isn't it?
Shrewsbury koi, yeah.
Yeah, so you have missed some. Yeah, be worth watching it back and then having a look. If not, just for my pretty face.
Or the spite, Dave's face. I'm only messing with you.
No, honestly. I've got mirrors indoors.
Wow. 2.5 hours.
Sorry about
that. Yeah, so I'm seeing you on the 17th, Dave.
Yeah, what day is that?
Thursday.
Is it a Thursday? I'll have to make sure I knock off work for that one.
Yeah. We're leaving at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
God, what time will that get you there?
We're planning on getting there for probably 11:30 by the time we stop and have something to eat and whatever, and then we'll be there for a few hours, and then we've got a 5-hour drive home.
Cool. Mind you, it'd be worth you going. Always is when you go there.
So yeah, it's going to be probably a 15-hour day, if not longer. So.
Yeah, that's a long one. That's a long one.
But must be worth it. The 3 of us are coming up. Kashi's driving.
Is he? Oh.
He's got the biggest car, so he's driving. Brilliant. I'm not insured to drive anyone else's car, so I can't help.
See, Cashy's done that journey a few times now, hasn't he? Bless him.
Yeah, he loves them big journeys. He just thrives off that type of stuff.
Funny, actually, I got worried because at the end of my grand show, my wife said to me, because I said, "Did you speak to everyone?" And she said, who was the big guy, you know, with the whitish grey hair? And he goes, he was so nice. I was like, oh, that's Cashy. The old silver fox.
Yeah, he's a great fella. Nice one, gents. Looking forward to the 17th, about 10:30. 10:30 is like, that's not even stopping for a bacon butty, Cashy, do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to let me eat.
You got a few Burger Kings on the way down as well.
Yeah, we're going to have to work out the services and get a good one.
Yeah, I forget which one it is, the one you want. The one with the nice Burger King, and it's got like it's got a little koi pond out the front of it, funnily enough.
Ah, interesting. Becky just said the baby wants to go on the 17th. She's got no chance. Not a chance. But right, I think we've been on for long enough now, 2.5 hours. Thanks everyone for coming. Cassie's just said the good looking one. That's how she described you too. So yeah, thanks everyone, appreciate it. Next Sunday, more fish, good deals, and yeah, it's going to carry on every Sunday, rain or shine, so don't miss it.
Beans.
Thanks for coming on, Dave, really appreciate it.
No worries, thanks for having me. I'll catch you later on.
Go and check out Eden Koi as well if you haven't already.
If you've got nothing better to do, yeah. See you later.
Wow.